Hello boys and girls, my name is White Rhino PSO, and today I am playing some more of The Consuming Shadow. And already the sanity effects are messing with me. So, apparently right now I am in some sort of police evidence lockup. There's a way to go down. Oop. Alright, there's a dented old cash box here containing £6 and change. I am going to go down. A lot of the different enemies can be kind of cheesed in order to deal with them without taking too much damage. There's a locked door. Here we go. I found a very old 9mm ammunition box with 3 bullets remaining. I haven't shot a single bullet. So it's kind of a waste to pick stuff up like that, but you never know what you're gonna get. Someone left their key ring here. Hopefully I can open all the doors now. Definitely will be able to. Which means I'm gonna go back this way. Oop. And I'm gonna head down. Nothing over here. Here we go. I found a small portable first aid kit and was able to remedy some of my cuts and scratches. That's always useful because getting health back mid-mission is always nice. Oh, this guy. Okay. That guy there, he's protected by this shield and cannot be hurt at all unless you remove it, which you do by waiting until he casts his spell, and then you reflect it back against him. And then they go down in pretty much one hit. I've recovered 3 armor-piercing bullets, which seems to have been held as a keepsake or trophy. So now I can... I'm going to go for the strong ammo. Now I've got more ammo choices to go with. The Bati rune has been inscribed on the wall here in orange, a generic prayer to a god. Not necessarily the god perverting this place. It could be intended for an associated deity. I'm going to cast it, though. I felt a wave of answering energy from the wall. That generally just means nothing special happens. You don't gain sanity or health or anything. Alright. I'm going to go up. I found a discarded wallet with containing £3. Nothing else in here except checking out a locked door. Ooh, I can see you, man. In a pile of useless metal implements, I have found a small tool that could function as a lockpick. All right, you are Bati. Then down you go. There's a dented old cash box here containing about £2 in change, and he's sliding. Okay. It's always good to kind of stick around a room for a little bit, because if you just run for the exit, you might not notice a thing spawning. The syllable EU has many uses in the language of the ancients, most notably as the second symbol of a notorious dispel, purported to be powerful enough to banish a god. Nothing of importance left in this place. The longer I stay, the more time I lose. Oh. Once again, the game has spawned something big and scary to chase me out of this place. Some of them are... like that, it's like the Phantom, I think they call it, where you can hit him and it'll dispel him for a few seconds, but then he'll be back. Alright, back to the car. The town is lost to the shadow, and nothing I could have done can change that, but perhaps with what I have recovered here, this will finally be the last. No, I got that. I like how it shows a little visual representation of my bullets, too. Yep, and now I know that the second rune in the banishment ritual is the EU rune. There is also the color orange, I think. I'm going to put those colors in just for now because it's not messing up any other information I may have. Where was I headed next? Sumley's good, Waterhill's good. I think I'm going to kind of try and zigzag my way around the eastern side, so off to Billsmith. The game is kind of Lovecraftian, but actually deals with what's known as the Chzo Mythos, which is... There's a bunch of different games that Yahtzee's created that all work within that, though this is the only one I've played. You have received a message from the Ministry of Occultism. I've got sightings of enemy minions in Denton that need exterminating. Don't expect a warm welcome there if you let this slide. But I am in Billsmith. This is a bad town. The town is suffering under an infestation of small, scuttling creatures, too large to be rats, not to mention too aggressive and too organized. It is clear that this is only the beginning of something terrible. It starts with petty nuisances, killing pets and ruining crops, and sooner or later it escalates to missing people being found half devoured. I must root out the nest before it reaches that point. Several witnesses pointed me to a grammar school, which was the first building to be shut down for infestation, but the place is secure enough that I doubt the creatures could be spawning there unnoticed. However, the school records led me to a teenager who had been working on some kind of quote-unquote science project. He lived with his parents in a nearby suburb, smack in the middle of an evacuated zone. Their house may be worth investigating. And finally, we get a different style of dungeon. The house dungeon. I can go up, or I can go right. You might see little, like, dark splotches appear in the background. That is another sanity effect, because I'm kind of low. Locked door, end of a hallway. I don't like using my lockpicks because 15% chance is not very good odds when it comes to that kind of thing. Oh god, I hate these guys. Screw it. I found a small portable first aid kit and was able to remedy some of my cuts and scratches, which is good because those guys suck. Someone left their keyring here. Hopefully I can open all the doors now. Almost every... And once again, I'm in slide mode. Almost every place that has locked doors does seem to have a key ring at some point, but I don't think it's... I don't think that's a law to live by. In the ancient language, the syllable U is usually given as a name, but has also variously been written to denote the concepts of suffering, pain, and injury. So, I'm going to remove these colors. And I don't know the name of the god. I don't know his color. There we go. U is the god with the concept of pain. Is it locked door? Oop. You rune in orange, marking territory a gesture of thanks. So, I can kind of surmise that orange is the color of EU, because why would they be putting runes on the wall of EU, who's the man of pain, in orange as a sign of thanks? But I'm also going to use it. I responded to my evocation. Those guys like to rush you, but if you hit them and then chase them a bit, you can kind of stun lock them. 2 unfired hollow point bullets that appear to have been hastily concealed here. Concealed in what? The inside of a giant wasp? There's a corpse here. Their body appears unharmed, but the face is contorted in a silent scream of agony. This is another clue that lets you know that whoever did stuff in this dungeon deals with pain. So there are clues that you can find that don't necessarily conform just to the hard evidence you get. Alright, I actually got an achievement for killing things with the armor piercing. Alright. Found a small portable first aid kit and was able to remedy some of my cuts and scratches. In a pile of useless metal implements, I found a lockpick, and most of the engraving was too weathered to read the full banishment mantra, but the third symbol was almost certainly the syllable BT. There's no more loot. Hey, I finally got a dungeon that's not going to... One of the sanity effects the game gives you is switching your controls. So that's why I just entered that room and then immediately left it. But I now also... Oh, yeah. The banishment ritual, the third syllable is BTI. Oop. I've recovered 2 armor-piercing bullets. Anything useful in here? For some reason, a perfectly functional lockpick has been left. There's only... Ah, Jesus. I think I was close enough that both of those guys despawn. A dented old cash box here containing around 5 pounds and change. I am going to go up and explore this northern section. Oop. Huh. They both despawn too. And upstairs... Well, not upstairs necessarily, but I found an ancient 9mm pistol with 3 usable bullets. I am doing that slide thing way more often than I ever have in the past. Nothing special from him this time. My sanity is almost halfway down now. Alright, return to the car. The creatures still infest every crack and shadow of the town, but I have ensured that they will no longer breed. A combined effort by the locals will be enough to exterminate the remainder. I can move on now. So all that place really gave me was another part of the banishment ritual and, well, a little bit of potential information about the gods themselves. God damn it. Where to next? I'm going to continue on to Law Church. Because I still have, I think, plenty of hours left in the game. And I'm doing decently well. A text from an unknown number. I'm apparently still dreaming, so my sanity takes another hit. Apparently I drove into another thing. Yet, see, now the buttons are occasionally showing as kill myself, which means I'd have to deal with that minigame. This time I'm checking, though. The entity I struck wasn't there. There was only a strange smear on the ground. Ugh. I explored a nearby field for an hour in case they had crawled into there, but found nothing. When I returned, there was no stain and my car was undamaged. I'm not even sure this is the same road. I didn't lose any sanity. Oh, Jesus. So that's what happened with this event. It just replaced where my car is. You know what? I'm gonna go see what's up at Denton because the game decided to put me up there. Sometimes you get good rewards for helping out places that are infested with the shadow. Alright, I've made it to Denton. As soon as I arrive, I see creatures of the shadow infesting the streets, attacking wantonly. The people are making a valiant effort to fight them off, but the struggle could go either way. I am prepared to lend my effort to the resistance. Well, that was easy enough. I found a discarded wallet containing 3 pounds. Thankfully, my small contribution has been enough to turn the tide, and I am able to give advice on future defense. The local authorities are grateful, and when I none too discreetly mention the posted reward, they seem happy to pay it promptly. And now I actually get to use the town, too. The town is calm and peaceful, oblivious of the shadow. My heart feels pained and heavy as I am confronted by what we stand to lose if I fail my mission. First for supplies. After an hour, I found the following items for sale. You know, considering that I have an extra spot, I'm going to buy the shoulder stock. So I have improved fire rate, I take half damage from physical attacks, and I have anxiety protection. I'm also going to fill up on ammo, because that's always nice to have. I received a text from a family member. Hello, dear. You didn't think I'd forget your birthday, did you? I sent you £9. Do try to invest it sensibly. Sometimes the events have a way of happening more than once. Now I'm going to go to Blessing, because it's the only town nearby that I don't know what's going on with it. The sight of blue and red flashing lights in my rearview mirror startled me out of a light doze. A police car is signaling for me to pull over. Well, pull over. The police car pulled in behind me, and a single officer got out. I watched him in the rearview mirror as he sauntered to the driver's side window, then stared instantly into the middle distance as he leant down and requested to see my license. After determining my identity, he shouted something indistinct but somewhat affirmative to his colleague in the car, and then handcuffs came out. It seems my previous indiscretions have caught up with me. What, 'cause I hit that first guy? I have lost 6 of my precious remaining hours in interrogation before being released on my own recognizance. I cannot allow this to happen again. Ministry of Occultism. I've got reports of a sleeper cell in Gore Port. Needs cleanup sooner rather than later. Wow. I was not expecting the game to put me this far across the map. In fact, I wasn't expecting to be anywhere but near Denton. Or near Blessing, rather. So let's go to Gore Port, since I'm already halfway there. More than halfway there. Another friggin' text. Different environments yield different rewards. Office buildings have a lot of documents and very little loot. Warehouses have it the other way around. That is actually true in this game. There's, I think, 4 different kinds of dungeons. The warehouses have a lot in the way of bullets and ammo and lockpicks, but very little clues, whereas office buildings have a whole lot of clues, but not much in the way of actual supplies. And I think the house may be the same way, but slightly more middle ground. I am now in Gore Port. I am brought to the problematic area and told that payment will be made once the problem is dealt with. I don't think the locals fully understand what kind of presence is in their town, but they showed much relief and gratitude as I made my way inside. This is the 4th kind of dungeon, which is a park. I prefer the dungeons rather than just a single quick... Ooh... See, because the sanity is low, that monster didn't actually exist. I have 7 lockpicks? If I do not find a key ring, it might be worth checking that. I have found a very old 9mm ammunition box with 3 bullets. Damn it, I'm just gonna shoot him because he's taking my health. 3 armor-piercing bullets, which don't really help a whole lot because I am full up. I'm going to switch to the dangerous ammo, though. What's down here? Statue. And a trash can. Someone left their keyring here. Hopefully I can open all the doors. Guess I'm going to be able to keep my 7 lockpicks. Another trash can. Pile of useless limit. Found another lockpick. And I slide on out. And they despawned. Bati rune is on the wall in orange. Generic prayer to a god. Necessarily, the place could be an associated deity. That doesn't really tell me a whole lot. Symbol on the wall seemed to grow more distinct for a moment. There was a wave of recognition I found strangely reassuring. Thank you, because now I needed some extra sanity. Nothing in here. 2 armor-piercing bullets. Not overly helpful since I was already full up on those. Today's sanity effect is brought to you by myself being invisible. 6 bullets. I have not been up yet. The body lies at my feet. Their body appears unharmed, but the face is contorted into a silent scream of agony. So that's that pain rune again. There's a corpse here. They lie curled up, still clutching at themselves as if something was eating away at them from inside. Oh, that's down. So the only way to go is through here. Alright. So, you can barely see in the cloud there are 2 runes. I have to cast those runes in order to close this dimensional rift. The tribesmen tasked with night watch on the village are given confidence by chanting Chzo before going on patrol, claiming that it gives remarkable night vision. So, that actually gives me a spell that I can give night vision to myself by casting that, but it costs sanity, which I'm already pretty low on at the moment. And I'm... Oh, Jesus! Well, that sucked. Back to the car. The people waiting for me outside seem determined not to ask questions. Upon my assurance that the problem was resolved, they pay without quibble. I wonder if this will be the last time I visit this town. Apparently not, because now I'm here. Now, once again, the timer is getting pretty high, so I'm going to cut the video off here. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.